What is up everyone, Gifford here, and if you invest in the stock market, you'll want to watch this video. Because this topic is controversial, I want to do a really big disclaimer. This is all my opinion, and anything I say is just for entertainment purposes only. However, I'm not that stupid, and if there's big money on the line, there's going to be manipulation. And at the end of this video, I'll go over some points that will help us retail investors to not get scammed in the stock market, so stick around. So today's video is why I think the stock market is a scam. Even though I know it's a scam, I still play the game because I can still make money from it if I'm smart about my investing. We're going to watch clips of a video made over a decade ago where Cramer talks about how hedge funds are scamming the market, and with that knowledge can make us better investors.
Welcome to Wall Street Confidential. I'm Aaron Task, joined again by Cramer. Jim, welcome.
Good to see you.
If you want to know who Jim is, I'll quickly put up a screenshot now and you can pause and have a read.
You know, a lot of times when I was short at my hedge fund and I was positioned short, meaning I needed it down, I would create a level of activity beforehand that could drive the futures. It doesn't take much money. Similarly, if I were long and I would want to make things a little bit rosy, I would go in and take a bunch of stocks and make sure that they're higher. And maybe commit $5 million in capital to do it, and I could affect it. What you're seeing now is it probably is bigger market now. Maybe you need $10 million in capital to knock this stuff down, but it's a fun game and it's a lucrative game. And
basically what he's saying here is using a large amount of capital in proportion to the stock they want to manipulate. They will buy lots of shares in the company to cause the movement in the stock price early in the trading day to get people buying the stock. Then sell at a high to retail investors, causing the stock price to go down again by selling huge amounts, thus manipulating the share price. Remember, he states they are doing this with large amounts of money in the millions, not hundreds or thousands. These are big buys to create big movement for them to profit. And also, sorry about the video quality, it's very old footage, but the lesson here is very valuable.
Another stock that a lot of people are focused on right now seems to be Apple.
Yeah, Apple's very important to spread the rumor that that both Verizon and AT&T have decided they don't like the phone.
Right.
That's a very easy one to do because it's also, you want to spread the rumor that it's not going to be ready for Macworld. And this is very easy because the people who write about Apple want that story. And you can claim that it's credible because you spoke to someone at Apple, because Apple doesn't.
Right, they're not going to comment. They're not going to say.
So it's really an ideal short. And I would, again, if I were short Apple, I would be working very hard today to get that. And the way you would do that is you pick up the phone and you call 6 trading desks and you say, listen, I just got off the phone with my contact at Verizon. And he has already said, listen, we're a Lucky G house. We're a Samsung house. We're a Motorola house. There's no room for Apple. They want too much. We're not going to let them in. We're not going to let them do what they did to music. And, I think that's a very effective way to keep a stock down.
Right.
In this clip, he talks about manipulating the price of Apple stock down by using rumors circulated around mainstream media and wholesale brokers that Apple might be out of favor in the short term, therefore discouraging retail investors not to buy. This might be because they see Apple might go up and therefore buy when it's low, or they could be trying to pump up other stocks that are about to go down due to big news by Apple. Therefore, the hedge funds can offload their shares before the price goes down on the other companies, doing whatever they can to make money for their company. Now, the next set of footage is him admitting that dodgy stuff does in fact happen in the background and that retail investors don't know about it.
And it is a very quick way to make money and very satisfying.
Okay.
By the way, no one else in the world would ever admit that, but I can care.
That's right. And you can say
fundamentals don't matter in the short term, however, they do in the long term.
Right, and nobody else talks about it except you.
What's important when you're in that hedge fund mode is to not do anything remotely truthful. Because the truth is so against your view that it's important to create a new truth, to develop a fiction. And the fiction is developed by almost anybody who's down like 2% to up 6% here. You can't take any chances. You can't have the market up any more than it is if you're up 6. Because starting Jan 2, you'll have all your money come out. So what would you do if you're in that situation and you feel like you're desperate, is that you would do these actions.
So you're talking about the mechanics of the market.
Well, mechanics are much more important than the fundamentals.
Oh, okay, well, but in terms of the fundamentals, you've been writing about how you think.
Who cares about the fundamentals? Research in Motion just blew out the court.
Right.
But look what people can do. I mean, that's a fabulous thing. The great thing about the market is it has nothing to do with the actual stocks.
Right.
Now, look, over maybe 2 weeks from now, the buyers will come to their senses and realize that everything that they heard was a lie.
So there you have it. Once they manipulate the stock price down to make money, they manipulate it again to make even more money.
Jim, thanks very much for being here. I'm Aaron Task. Stay tuned for more of TheStreet.com TV.
This leads us to the question of why do we invest in a manipulated market when the odds are against us? And the simple answer is because we can still have a good chance to make good money, even great money if we don't get too greedy. You see, while the hedge funds can manipulate the stock market, they can't always keep winning, otherwise no retail investors would invest anymore if all that happened was us losing money. Take a casino for example. If all that happened was you went to the Christchurch casino and lost money, you'd never go in. So what they do instead is once the hedge funds get their money, their share of the profits, they give the money out to lucky winners or to gamblers that have a bit more luck than the average player. To win in investing, if you put your money in a profitable company that grows its revenue in the long term and is a market leader, you'll eventually make money as the underlying company grows year after year. Example of successful companies that go up in share price eventually are Apple, Amazon and Google stock. Finding these types of companies earlier on will surely make you rich in the long term. And when you have a look at your stock graph sometimes, where all the charts kind of look the same even though they're different companies, this is why I believe that the market is some way manipulated and how these guys are trying to get their money from you. I hope this video gives you some insight into the dark world of stock market investing, how these guys can lure you in and then scam you out of your hard-earned money. So make sure you be smart and invest safely. Well, that's enough for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Before you go, please hit that like button on this video. It really helps me out for this video to reach out to new people who might want to start investing, and feel free to subscribe to be closer to financial freedom. The trading platform I use is Interactive Brokers, Hedge Invest, Stake and Sharesies for individual companies, and I use Investnow for index funds. If you want to start investing, you can use any of my referral codes down below to start your own investing journey if you are from New Zealand. To hear more from me midweek, follow me on Instagram as I post there every other day. As always, safe investing and make sure you do your own due diligence, as I am not a financial advisor. If you want to try to time the market, here is a video about a chart that can help you do just that. May the gains be with you, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.